checking your bike. Checking your bike is this something you should always have in mind, because if your bike it is in 100% good conditions for the road, it will keep you safe. And at the end of the day, it is what we want. We want always to be safe on the road. So in the next videos, it is what we're gonna talk about. What to check on your bike and how to check. Hi there, let's talk about tire and tire pressure. First, how you find out the correct tire pressure for your tire. Majority of the bikes bring a sticker on the swing arm with the correct tire pressure. If not, you can find the correct tire pressure on the manual owner, or of course by Google it you will be able to find. Next, you need a gadget like this one, so you can check the tire pressure. You can buy these cheap on eBay and Amazon. Don't buy the most cheaper ones. Maybe will not give you correct tire pressure. Try to buy a little bit more expensive. When I say more expensive, around 10-15 pounds. And like that, you are building up your toolbox. This is one of the tools you must have for your bike, to work on your bike. After that, just have a tire pump like this one. You can buy it on eBay and Amazon too. So it is two things nice to have on your toolbox. And like I said, you have here the correct tire pressure. Just check it. When you should check your tire, you should check your tire at least, if you ride like just at weekend, at least once a month. If you are almost all the time in your bike, at least every two weeks, you should check the pressure of your tire. And the most important is you should check the pressure of your tire when your tire is cold. Why? Because when the tire is warm, the air inside the tire will expand and can give you a false reading. So it is always advised to check when the tire is cold. Keeping your motorbike tire in good condition, it's not only a safety requirement but a legal one too. Let's talk about tread dip of a tire. What is the tread dip of the tire? Is the life of the tire. So is how much rubber the tires still have. And you can see on this one that's still a lot here. So how you check that and how you know if this is legal? Here in UK, the tread depth minimum of the tire, it is 1 mm. Remember my name, Anami, 1 mm. And how you check? There's two simple ways of checking. There are some tires like this one and this one that bring inside little squares that maybe you cannot see, but here on the picture you can see there. That little dots, that little squares inside the tire will tell you if the life of the tire. Or else you can find a very easy way, coins. If you have a 2p coin of the Queen, if you have a 2p coin, you will see, and my hands are now, you will see there's a few dots around. So that's the way. That dots, it is 1 mm, and you put the coin there and you check it, the life of the tire. Plenty of life in this one. Okay, so that's the two ways. Or you can buy a tread depth indicator from a gadget from Amazon or eBay. That exists, but there's no point. You have a 2p coin, or some tires bring that little square there, and like that you know how much life your tires still have. Okay, unusual or uneven wear. So always check the full circumference of each tire to check if everything is level and if the tire feel good. And this tire is a perfect example of it, because you can see it's all round around except here. you can see it perfect there. Something was wrong here. So this tire have a problem. What you should do when you see something like that, first check if the tire pressure is the correct one, and check the wheel balance of the bike if it is the correct one, and if the problem still, take the tire to the garage and ask they if the tire is good or if you need to replace the tire. That's one of the ideas how to check. Damage that can occur in the tire. On the roads, the potholes and other debris left on the road can damage your tire and maybe result in a blowout. Poof! And there's certain damage that cannot be repaired. So you should always check your tire for maybe nails on it and another things that you think that should not be in the tire. If you think your tire is somehow damaged and is something wrong with it, just inspect it, check it, or take it to a garage for they check it if everything is okay. Some damage that can occur to your tire that cannot be repaired. So if you have a puncture that occur on the side of the tire, this side here, the tire cannot be repaired. Another thing is, if you ride your tire with a flat tire with insufficient tire pressure, is not advised at all that you keep that tire. Why? Because you will ride on the road with the tire flat and will deform the circumference of the tire. So when you put the pressure again inside, when you put air again inside, will not have the same shape, will not be secure for a road. Okay. Age of a tire. As a rubber material base, the tire get old, the properties change because there's a chemical reaction. It's because of that I say all the time that we need air to breathe, to live, but the tires hate air because temperatures, change of temperatures can affect the tires. The tire pressure can affect the tires. The store condition where the tire is can affect the tires. It's because of that when you go to a tire store, the tires are always keep on the back and out of the sunlight, so they can keep it the most safe they can for you. Okay, so you always have to check on the tires. There's the date of the tire. There's first the month and after the year. It is recommended to every 5 years check your tire if it is in good conditions, and never use a tire with more than 10 years on it, because the tire condition, the material will change and will not offer a proper grip and a proper protection on the road. We have spoke about everything I know about tires, but there's something I want to add. First, it is nice you check your tires for your own safety. At the end of the day, we need to be safe on the road, and we are not in a car that we have a box around us. If one tire blows out, we still have 3 tires. Now, if something happened with one of the tires, it can be crucial and can be very important for our safety on the road. But not only that, if the police stop you, and your tires are not legal for the road, you can have a fine up to £2,500. Okay, and that's a big fine. Not only that, you will lose 3 points for each tire that is not legal. So if both tires is wrong, something wrong with both tires, you can lose 6 points just there straight away. So be careful, be legal, but most important, be safe. So let's talk about brake pad and brake oil level. I have here a few brake pads to share with you. So the brake pads is this is what brake your bike. So you can see that lines there. When you look on your bike, it is for these lines you are looking for to see how it is, if it is already to use or there's life on it and it's still good for another riding season. I have a brand new one here so you can see the difference. This is the used one and this is the brand new one. You can see how more have it of a brake pad there. Okay, and this is what they are different. They are not for the same bike, and they come in variety different ways of being. And how these work on your bike. So for example, on the front wheel, on the back wheel, you have the disc, and you have one thing like that in each side of the tire on the front, and the brake pads go inside here. And if you see here on the back of the brake pad, you can see these two round things. What happened? These two round things are here inside, in both sides, and when you press the brake, you are sending the oil down, and that make these two round things press against the pads, and it is that brake for you. Okay, so it's because of that we need to check if the brake oil is on level, because of course you need the oil to go down to press that and go up to stop braking. Okay, so there's a difference. There's different cylinders. So that's a brake pad, like we was talking. Brake oil level. So you have this one. This one is like the old school, where you always find out in more old bikes, and it is what they call now the posh version of it, because it's more safe than the ones they are using now on the bikes. This one have a window. Some don't have windows. You have to unscrew and check how it is. Now we have these ones. It is the most common now that you find on the bikes, and I want to explain why that picture there. You cannot see properly, but when you open that, inside that there's like a rubber to protect. Normally it's black, a black rubber to protect. You need to remove that black rubber out to add the oil and put the oil back and put the cap back. He's wearing gloves, and you should wear gloves. Why? I have a funny story to tell you about it. Why? This is me and my bike. Before I go on this ride out, it was like a rally, I was getting ready, and my boyfriend at the time asked me if everything was ready, and I told him I just need to add a little bit more of brake oil on my bike. He, very helpful, say, yeah, do you want to help you? Yeah, okay, go ahead. You have go. And what you have done, you have unscrew, and you saw that cap. That cap normally make like another glass, another cap inside. So what you have done, you have filled up directly that rubber, that cap, that second cap, and of course screw back everything. I'm on my travel and I start seeing water on my dashboard. You know, what's going on here? Is something wrong here? And I stop my bike, and it is when I realize you have filled up on the top of that rubber. You don't have removed the rubber, don't have put inside the proper cup where it should be. And for the ones that don't know, brake oil full, it is acid. You're gonna melt the plastic. It's because of that you should wear gloves, and you should clean after you straight away if that go anywhere. In our days is less acid, less active like used to be, but it is always nice to clean it if get spread somewhere. You have melted my clocks. My clocks from my Fireblade was melted. I have to order a new clocks in because it melted. So be very careful when you are working with brake oil fluid. Check your lights. Yeah, the front lights, high beams, indicators, backlight like stop and indicators, to make sure the lights are working, because normally we get out of home at daylight, but maybe the cake are too good to be true, and you are there eating a cake and have a coffee, have a laugh, have a talk, and you don't realize the sun have go down and you have to ride on the dark to home. So like that, you are sure that all the lights work in your bike and you can come back home safe. So just a quick remember, check your lights. Chain and sprocket. Check your chain. Check if your chain is on the right stress of the bike. If it is not too loose, if it is too loose on the bike, you need to pull the tire a little bit back. If you feel that is too tight on the bike, you need to pull the tire a little bit back. Check to, let me just change the slide. Check to the dents on it. Check if everything is okay, and if it is plenty there in triangle form to grab your chain. Okay, if that is missing one, or if that is no more like a triangle shapes all around, you need to change your chain, you need to change your sprocket, you need to take care of this. Okay, when still about chain, when you should lubricate your chain. Some people say that is before I ride out, another one say that is after I ride out. Me personally, what I do is I do a ride out, I arrive home, I wash all the bike, all the dirty, and I put the spray on my chain there. I put the spray, I make the wheel go around a few times, and I park the bike. That's what I do. So it's up to you. So about the checks of your bike, it is everything. Just a quick remember, we spoke about tires. Check your tires, check the tire pressure, check the tire if there is no nails on it, if everything seems fine with it, or else, you know, the fine, like I said before, can go up to 2,500 pounds, and we don't want that, and you lose 3 points for each tire that is not conform with the law. Brakes and brake oil full. Check the brake pads if there's plenty on life on it and you don't need to change it, or if you need to change it. Check the brake oil level, of course, because when you brake it, you're gonna need that. If you add a little bit of brake oil on it, just press your brake a little bit, a few times, to make sure that the oil is going in and out. Lights. Check the lights of your bike, of course, because if you are catch outside riding on the dark, you will need your lights to come back safe and home. Chain and sprocket. Check everything if everything is conform, and ride safe, and see you soon. Bye.